Hey everyone, I'm Artosis, and I have finally fixed all of my VOD problems. I am in a great mood, and I'm going to be casting a lot of games for my YouTube channel, so definitely check it out, youtube.com/ArtosisTV. Give me a subscribe, and I'm going to make a lot of videos for it. So a huge thanks to everyone out there who helped me out. Husky Starcraft, Rich from Team Liquid, a lot of people spent a lot of time. I actually can't even name them all, but finally, after many hours of trying to get all my lag issues out and all that, I have it fixed. I don't know exactly about the sound yet, so leave me any comments on the levels of sound, such as the volume, the game music, my voice, so I can just narrow that down to the absolute best settings. So anyways, as promised, here is a replay from the home of EGIdrA. We have EGIdrA here. He's going to be going up against his rival in some ways, oGsZenio, an amazing Korean Zerg player from the team OGS. For those of you who watch the GSL on gomtv.net, Zenio actually eliminated EGIdrA in Season 2 in the round of 16 in a Zerg vs. Zerg match, and then came over and performed a ceremony where he kind of like showed himself cutting his throat. So definitely not a lot of love between these two. So a very nice replay. This is just a game from the ladder. We see Zenio here. It is scrap station. He's going for a gas and then pool first. This probably means we're going to see speed. Maybe you see some banelings as well. EGIdrA, on the other hand, going for a hatchery first. Very common on this map, scrap station. It's a really long way around. Let's take a look at it. Look at this. Oh, that is a long distance. Even when I do it quickly with my wiggly mouse, that is a long way for Zenio to rush over there. So EGIdrA going for a pretty late pool. And this is definitely going to give him an economical advantage, but he's going to have to defend very hard. Can't wait to see what Zenio wants to do with this quick gas. Could it be layer? Could it be Zergling speed? What is it going to be? Notice EGIdrA going to get his Overlord out of there before this Queen gets out. There we go. Speed being upgraded. So Zenio going to play a pretty standard game. EGIdrA, this is becoming much more standard, especially on Scrap Station. We see hatchery first there so much. Now EGIdRA's pool is going to be ready in plenty of time. Zenio not even making a ton of Zerglings yet. Probably wants to wait until speed is up a little bit. And I think we're going to see the Zergling speed into fast expansion. This is somewhat popular amongst Korean Zergs. Personally, I don't care for the build all that much, but he's going to go ahead and take that expansion. It's going to be pretty safe for now, but if EGIdrA decides to go mass Zerglings from this point, his production is going to be a lot bigger. Looks like instead he's going to go Roaches. A good choice. His economy is so big that he can support Roaches and then just go into Zerglings later if that's what he wants. But Zenio, in the meantime, he's going to get his speed up pretty quickly. See, the speed's almost done. EGIdRA is almost done his Roach Warren. And just keeping enough Zerglings out that the speed Zerglings aren't going to mess him up too badly. And look at that, trying to engage. That's what you want to do when you're taking the fast expansion. If you have the same number of lings, go ahead and attack. Zenio right now making a lot of Zerglings. So he knows speed is about to finish, and he wants a lot of units out there to help him out. We have Roaches making 4 EGIdRA all over the place, as well as some more Zerglings. He's got to make a nice mix of those two to take out Zerglings. And here we go, Zenio attacking in, sees the Roaches pop out, and he's going to have to back off, wait for some more Zerglings, maybe harass that expansion. He's going to check it out, running into there, and deciding instantly to go away. So EGIdRA has timed out these Roaches just right. We see Zenio says, not to be outdone, I need that Roach Horn as well. Let's take a look at these drone counts. We got 15 for Zenio, 17 for EGIdRA. So EGIdRA with a slightly better economy right now. But they both have that expansion hatchery up. No drones at it for either of them. A little bit risky to put drones down there right now. And are we going to see, yeah, Zergling speed for EGIdRA. Looks like he's going to hit this very popular timing, or at least try to hit it, where you go Roach and Zergling. We've seen Nest T do that a lot in the GSL. And we have oGsZenio going for the same thing. A very strong unit composition. In fact, it oftentimes beats Baneling Roach. Hard to imagine, I know. But here we go, Zenio sneaking some Zerglings in. Nice move there. And that's going to give him the information he wants. He sees there is not a layer coming. Okay, it's going to be pure units. and he's going to get ready for that. We see Zenio in the production tab making nothing but units. EGIdrA making a lot of Zerglings right now, and it looks like he just wants to walk around the map, not going to clear out the middle path, and he wants to hit this timing attack pretty hard. Looks like he's going to rally only Zerglings. When it's this far away, you can't really rally Roaches into it all that well. We look at the unit counts. Right now, EGIdrA, he's up to 35 Zerglings and 7 Roaches against the 7 Roaches and 20 Zerglings of Zenio. That's just because he expanded quicker, and here we go. The Zerglings running in, and Zerglings surrounding Roaches. This is exactly how you do it. EGIdrA microing back some of his Zerglings, slowing down the Zerglings of Zenio as well, and more Zerglings are coming in. A very close battle so far. Zenio's doing a good job holding, considering EGIdrA had a lot more. But EGIdrA ends up with an additional Roach, it looks like, right here. 6 against 5, and still rallying in his Speedlings. So Zenio has held off the rush successfully. But EGIdrA did manage to get that Queen. So Zenio right now, without a Queen, his production is going to be a lot lower. You notice EGIdrA has jumped up to 27 drones. Now Zenio, marching across the map, decides that he wants to do a counterattack. This is a good time, if any, because EGIdrA has spent a lot of money on Queens and drones at this point. But it's a long walk. Look at this. Zenio just going up and surrounding the Roaches, and EGIdrA trying to stay as little surrounding as he possibly can, or however to describe that. That's a kind of hard thing to describe right there. I sound kind of dumb, but basically he doesn't want his Roaches surrounded as much as possible. Tries to get the surface area away from those Zerglings, but Zenio, very smart player, going for these rocks, going to soften them up, but he gets trapped a little bit, loses a few Zerglings before running off. Now, EGIdrA looking pretty good, but Zenio during this has droned himself back up, so these two are just trading, making drones and units. EGIdrA normally has more drones a little bit earlier, so his economy is going to be a little bit better overall, but it's pretty darn close right now. We see Zenio going into some Banelings, and notice he is, instead of going for a lair, spending some gas on these Banelings. Instead, with that gas, EGIdrA is getting the lair. So EGIdrA is going to have, well, a little bit more tech, but these Banelings could turn the tide of a battle, especially if it's very Zergling heavy. We do see EGIdrA has a lot of Zerglings, not a ton of Roaches right now. EGIdRA's units, in fact, 8 Roaches and 20 Zerglings. 32 drones against the 28 of Zenio. Pretty close on that. But EGIdrA is mining a little bit more gas, so they're getting about the same mineral income. We see EGIdRA right now. What is he going to tech to? Don't know. He does have that evolution chamber up. He does have the layer done. Probably get Roach speed reasonably quickly here. Very useful. Zenio coming over with a lot of units, bringing a lot of Zerglings as well. The 2 Banelings are behind, and Zenio, he only has 13 Zerglings right now, but he does have these 2 Banes. It is 14 Roaches against 16, so EGIdRA actually definitely in the lead for the beginning of this battle. Zenio's going to have to wait for some reinforcements, and he's going to have to hit these Banelings just right. You should have one on either side, because those Zerglings are going to dance around and not let him hit if EGIdRA can help it. But EGIdRA keeps on pumping out these Roaches. And the thing is, Roaches are quite slow at this point, so Zenio's having a hard time rallying them up to actually get this attack going, as EGIdRA is making them at the same time. Now let's take a look. EGIdRA is getting that Roach speed, getting another gas. They have about the same counts right now of drones. And let's see here. Zenio decides, is it time to attack? Keeps on seeing this. See, he's very smart, not attacking into that. Let's take a look at what he's doing at home. He is getting that lair, is getting a spine crawler, but he doesn't really have the tech. He's getting the +1 attack for range units. It's going to be the Queens and the Roaches in this. Maybe some Hydras later on. EGIdRA, though, he's going to get Roach speed. And once he has Roach speed, he's going to be all over the place. You know, he's going to be very mobile. See the Queen just chasing away. Zenio trying to see, oh, do you have a layer down here? Nope, sorry, it's in the main base, Zenio. And when EGIdRA finishes Roach speed, he's going to be able to actually rally his Roaches in. Let's take a look at the supplies. EGIdRA now pulling away a little bit. It is 115 against 98, and his Roach speed looks to be done. So his Roaches are going to quickly run behind the front row. You want to attack the rocks too? No, you got to wait in line. Zenio, though, he is making some spine crawlers. A very smart move. When you're behind on Roaches, you can just make a few spines. They just do excellently against Roaches. I mean, look at that. Versus Armored 30. They do have really good range. very good at holding Roach rushes. Infestation pick going up for Zenio. You know, that is kind of what ZVZ is right now. It's a lot of Infestors and a lot of Roaches. So EGIdrA looks like he's going to try to break through. Supply keeps going up. We have 36 Roaches for him, 10 less for Zenio. About the same number as Zerglings, but Zenio does have those 2 Banelings, so that's definitely going to help out quite a bit. And Zenio, his +1 attack is not done yet. This battle looks like it may be stalled out for a minute. EGIdrA is waiting momentarily as he makes more and more units at 144 against 120 of Zenio's supply, but Zenio's got a very nice spread here. He's got those 2 spine crawlers up, and that +1 looks like it will finish before the battle, so he's going to be able to not only 2-shot the Zerglings with Roaches, but deal even more damage to EGIdRA's Roaches. Now see that Infestation pick coming up. Let's see who's making what. Infestor's going up for Zenio. Now if he can get the fungal growths up before EGIdRA attacks, that's going to be very, very good for him. He can freeze a bunch of the Roaches out of range of his Roaches and his spine crawlers, and just maximize the damage he's dealing while minimizing EGIdRA's damage. So we're going to have to see. It's going to be very close. He's popping these out, only 50 energy though. And will he get 75 before EGIdRA attacks? It's really looking like it. EGIdRA kind of stalling out. He wants to take that 3rd base. So EGIdRA really working on his economy, getting the 3rd base up, and getting the pathogen glands, as you see, while in the meantime, Zenio getting +2 attack for his ranged units, being the Roaches. But the pathogen glands are going to allow EGIdRA to produce Roaches that can already fungal growth. EGIdRA looks like he has just finished up his +1 attack, has +1 armor going, has +2 attack going now, and he's just going to sit back for a minute. Let's take a look at these supplies. Pretty close. EGIdRA is in the lead still, though. 177 against 147, and when they get this big, you don't really want to attack without your Infestors. Zenio taking his 3rd base. He has the Infestors up. They are reaching that energy level where they can cast the fungal growth. So if he attacks and fungals just right, it might go well, but again, it might not because EGIdRA does have the unit lead. He's up 20 Roaches right now. Really quite astounding that he has so many Roaches. But Zenio does have that extra Zergling count. Not going to be quite as useful against the +2 attack Roaches. And it looks like EGIdRA has broken through here. Just harassing a little bit with his Speedlings. Let's take a look. See, upgrades going on. And we now have Infestors popping out for EGIdRA as well. He's only got 1 to Zenio's 5. Such an important unit in this matchup. Notice it does come out, though, with enough energy for that fungal. And as EGIdRA creates more, which he definitely is doing, creating 3 more right now, he's going to have fungals ready for all of those, which is going to make a huge difference. Let's take a look at this unit tab. We do have 62 Roaches against 47. 5 Infestors right now for Zenio, 2 for EGIdRA. It's going to go up to 4 pretty quickly here, though. And right now it's a game of moving back and forth, threatening your opponent here and there and everywhere. They're both just about max now. 187 to 199. Very similar supplies. And it looks like EGIdRA going to attack in. Zenio. There we go, the first fungal growth. And there is a fungal growth from EGIdRA as well. EGIdRA moving in now, and Zenio's Roach is in a bad location. EGIdRA actually getting the surface area here with some nice fungal growths as well. And now it's time for the Infested Terrans. Those add a lot of DPS to the battle against Roaches. But notice Zenio's Roaches just dancing around behind each other much more than EGIdRA's. EGIdRA walking up to get that surface area in there. But Zenio, he does have the Infested Terrans to help out quite a bit. And the supplies of both players falling quickly. Beautiful fungal growths here. And it looks like EGIdRA just casting more fungal growths this game. And it looks like he's going to clean up. He had just slightly more supply, about 10 more at the start of that battle. And it is really paying off now. EGIdRA just reinforcing with tons of Roaches. Let's look at the supplies. Look at this now, 40 supply up against Zenio. That battle really turned into EGIdRA's favor quite quickly. He does have that +2 attack, +1 armor against just +2 attack for Zenio. Now Zenio is having to withdraw. It's 2 base against 3 base. 50 supply down on EGIdRA, and it is looking like this is going to have to be GG. A nice fungal growth, but Zenio, I think he knows at this point, things are looking grim. More and more units just flooding in here. A lot of Infestors as well. Zenio can run, but he can't hide. Well, he can't run either, actually, because fungal growth does not allow that. And a GG. EGIdRA takes out Zenio. A big thanks to EGIdRA for this replay. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll be looking forward to any comments on the volume levels. Thanks for watching.